Okay, guys, how you doing? This is your boy Bitcoin Rodney coming to you guys straight from the basement. I am having this recording tonight of this Zoom call along with Sal Khan and a lot of extra super guests. Sean, Cian Tigley, Angelo Videri, Ronald. I believe that's pronounced. I'm not sure. The reason why I'm having this Zoom this evening is because I've been bombarded by a lot of individuals about Cloud Token. I mean, every day I'm getting emails, I'm getting inboxes, I'm getting texts about joining Cloud Token. And no, I am not a paid member of Cloud Token. Let me make that clear. So what I wanted to do, because it's finally getting my attention, is to have a Zoom and ask the hard questions to make sure that if anyone out there is thinking about getting in, or you're on the fence, or you're like me, you just have to know, because of our past and things we've gone through with other owners and other companies, there's certain questions that we learn to ask and need to know publicly so that, you know, everyone knows exactly what's on the table so we make the proper decisions in the future about our financial life. So that's the reason why I'm holding this actual Zoom today. Now, I'm assuming we're going to do a presentation and they're going to hold our questions to the actual end. I do have a list of questions that people sent in to me via email and text, so I copied them down. I'm going to ask some very hard questions. You know, I don't care. I'm going to make sure that we have the proper answer, at least the best that I can. At least the best that I can, so we all can make an intelligent decision. Now, based upon what I've seen so far, there have been a lot of people who are doing very well in this here endeavor. But we want to make sure we do well by not hurting others in the same process. So that's the reason why I'm here. So I'm going to pass this mic on to Sal Khan. Sal is the one who has been talking to me about this for some time now, amongst many others. But I know Sal, me and Sal have worked together a number of different times. And so I respect his word. And here he is. Everybody, Sal Khan.
Absolutely. What a great honor to have Rodney, Ronald, Angelo, and Cian here as co-hosts. Rodney, when you get a chance, could you mute that doorbell? Guys, you guys are in front of something that I don't think you understand how grand it is. I did not understand. I thought it was just another project to add to my portfolio, but I didn't know that this would completely and radically change my life in a way that I could not imagine. Realized that just a few days ago, to put things into perspective, for the first time in my life, ever since that I've gotten into the world of network marketing and became an entrepreneur after having dropped out of med school, I crossed the six-figure a month goal. And it blows my mind because it's what doctors make a year. I'm making on a monthly basis thanks to this opportunity. And I want you guys to really pay attention to the details that Cian is going to be sharing, the testimony that Angelo is going to be sharing. That will blow your mind. I think big, but Angelo has expanded my mind beyond anything that I could imagine. And then we have Ronald, the chief of technology, the gentleman that I got to meet in Bangkok, Thailand at the international launch on May 12th, where there were over 1,000 people. Actually, Cian was there as well. We want to carry that with you, carry that energy with you guys, so you guys understand why there is over 250,000 people in this opportunity. I just got a text from Angelo that said that Ronald has limited time. Angelo, did you want Ronald to speak now, or when is
Yes. Yeah.
Then Rodney, let's respect Ronald's time and go ahead and begin.
No. Yeah.
Hey, Sal, you gotta unmute yourself. Sal, unmute yourself.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a debriefing of what we have before we dive into the full presentation. We just want to respect Ronald's time and give him a chance to answer some questions. But just understand, if you're in the crypto space, you're currently using a wallet. The wallet that you're using, is it rewarding you in any way? Coinbase blockchain, they just allow you to hold your crypto. They don't do anything else other than ride the wave of the market. Here you can ride the wave of the market and earn some more additional crypto through what's known as exchange arbitrage. We'll dive deeper into that. But this platform has some real powerful means of generating revenue, and we get to participate in that and grow our crypto as well as the market value. So guys, give it up to for Ronald and Rodney. The floor is yours to ask Ronald the questions that you have.
Where is Ronald at? So I can put him on the actual.
Hi, can you hear me?
Ronald, how are you? Wherever you are.
Great, very good.
Let me find you. There you go. So Ronald, where are you coming in from? Where are you coming in from?
I just came in from KL to Singapore. I got into the office about 2 hours ago. It's been up since yesterday. I think about 20 plus hours now.
Okay, good. All right, the reason why I asked to speak with you for this meeting is because there are a lot of questions that I can't answer, and I wanted to take a good look at this. And before I made a decision, I had some questions that a lot of other individuals were asking me that I wanted to ask you. Number one, I wanted to ask you, if you don't mind telling me this, is we live here in the USA, and from what I'm hearing, that this program is not a United States program. How are we allowed legally to be able to use this product inside the U.S. without any issues from the regulators?
Well, on the regulation side, I can't say much about it, but we are not an ICO or an STO. Okay, it's just a utility project. Okay, so of course, in the States, there are new regulations that is prohibiting participants to join. We'll try to see how we can work with the authorities to get it legalized.
So repeat that one more time. We had a little background noise. I was trying to actually hear that. I didn't really get it. Did you guys get that? Sal?
Ronald, background noise that we're trying to mute out, but please do mention that one more time about what we are and what we are not.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute all people, and then he can just unmute himself, so everybody will be muted. So unmute all, so then you just unmute yourself, Ronald.
Okay. All right. First off, okay. Can you guys hear me? Okay, so basically, the states will have a lot of regulations against projects, ICOs or STOs. We are either one of them. We're not an ICO. Number one, you can't buy any tokens from us. Okay, tokens can only be earned, just like how you mine Bitcoins or you mine Ethereum. Okay, but instead of investing into the mining machines, now you invest into projects that is available in our project. Okay, so and if there are other regulations that is coming from the states that we need to abide to make it legal, we will do so.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much for that answer. Another question I have is how many cloud tokens will be issued? Like
okay, yeah, actually it's in stages, and all of the billion tokens is actually in Jarvis itself, but Jarvis is coming to a point whereby it's going to be closed for the next projects to come in.
Okay. Another question I was asking was sorry about the background noise and the chimes. I don't know how to turn those chimes off. I've been trying it. If you guys know how to turn those chimes off, please let me know, Sal. I looked for the button to turn them off, but I just couldn't do it. Another question that I had, I think was very, very important is, as a team, a lot of individuals I've seen on different YouTube channels are saying, and I'm not saying this, I'm just asking for the market, about this being a scam or a Ponzi. How are you able to regulate or be able to show or teach that this is not either one of those, scam or Ponzi, so people understand that it is an actual product that actually works?
Well, we have been very transparent about what we are doing, and we have been showing the team that's running behind it, the technology is running behind it, especially on how we actually get things done. How are the coins being used through trading? What are the actual order book that is being traded from the various exchanges, how are the prices set, okay, and the architecture of the system itself, the underlying platform itself, and all of these are actually shown to the member. Plus, we have me myself going out online on Facebook, plus the other members on WeChat in China to meet and answer all the questions that members have. I believe that we are one of the only ones that is doing this from any of your projects that you have been participating in.
I've never really been to you guys' website yet. I've just spoken to a few individuals about it. On your website, do you guys have like who the background owners are, who the executives are, and things of that sort on your actual website?
In the business proposal itself, you're able to check the company, and of course, I'm in there. The reason not to actually include the team member is because we are actually part of we're still under some NDA from the existing, the initiator of the project. But you can actually check it from our platform document, whereby you are able to see the whole entire team.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Another question is that a lot of people say, well, they don't want to just give their Bitcoin or their cryptocurrency away to someone else, and then the actual company falls apart or drops, and we lose our coin. In the past, we gave our Bitcoin or our money to other companies, and poof, out of the nowhere, the company is now gone. And I believe that can happen probably to anyone. But what can you say right now or do to safeguard that from us putting our money into your wallet in some kind of way it gets frozen, it gets hacked or whatever, and we feel more safe with our coin with you? So how can you exactly show us or teach us or tell us how we can be more safe with our money in your wallet?
Okay, first off, the asset that is put into the wallet, okay, without going into the Jarvis investment is still under your control. And we are in the midst of releasing the private keys to the members. The reason why we have not done that, I think it's well known now. It's because when we started off, we did not actually issue the 12A for Google. So we have about 70% of the members itself, which are not really secure. What we're doing is we're giving them a deadline until the first week of June to actually do all the security bindings, and then we'll release the private keys to everyone. And upon the private key release, all the addresses, all the crypto addresses would be changed. Okay, and you will actually get your own private keys, so you can control everything. Plus, because it's a decentralized wallet, which is different than the rest of the other projects, you can actually control it using Mycelium or IM Token or whatever other third-party wallet apps that is able to pick up the private key.
Okay. So are you telling me that when the person has their funds inside of the Cloud Token wallet, they have complete control of their funds anytime they want it? They can just transfer it out into their own another wallet or leave it in there at any time. Is that correct?
Yeah. You can use other third-party wallets to actually control it as well, not just only our app.
Okay. Now, another question someone sent me is, your Cloud Token right now is, I think, at 37 cents a coin, and how much do we earn per day or per month or per week with our funds inside of you guys' wallet?
It's a bit hard to tabulate now because we have about 200 plus Jarvis instances running, but we are clocking at roughly on average about 0.6 or 0.7 per day.
Okay, and this comes
That's
from
normal, yeah.
And what?
It's not an RB. It's a technical analysis trading.
the cloud token works. Is it done by arbitrage, meaning that your Jarvis is moving in and out of other exchanges? And
No, we are actually doing technical analysis trading.
oh, so you are your own exchange.
No, on Binance, CX, HitBTC, on 38 other exchanges.
Oh, okay. All right, got it.
Yeah.
The withdrawing procedure for someone to withdraw from cloud token. What is the procedure to withdraw? Is it complicated or not?
It's quite simple, but what is happening now is the withdrawal will, if it's within 30 days, there's a 10% penalty. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to remove that 10% penalty so that you can actually just withdraw anytime you want. That will come very soon when we have a quota system for Jarvis. So at the meantime, there's no quota yet. We are hitting the max soon. So once there's the quota will be up by about in sometime in July or August. So by the time you can just move in and out. But once, for example, you move out and somebody take your slot and there's no more slots available, you can't join anymore for Jarvis. You have to use the other projects that is available.
At this current moment, estimated value, how many members are of Cloud Token right now as we speak, approximately?
I was traveling a lot, so the last check is about a week ago, and that is about 260 plus K.
20,000 or 60,000?
260K, also 260,000 or so.
Oh, 260,000. Oh, quite a bit. All right, that's a lot. What's my next question? I was gonna ask you.
The AUM, the asset under management that we are trading now is about 70 mil.
Where do you see the Bitcoin going? I guess you can't really guesstimate that in the next 6 to 12 months. Your cloud token coin.
We don't actually see it that far ahead because we have to do a daily payout. So we just look day by day. What the room, which is the engine that that actually analyzes the market in a 24 hours fashion, estimates that it will be slightly down in the middle of the day, in the beginning of the day, and slightly moving up to about 8,900 USDT. So we are trading within this region. There's about 100 to 200 gain region. So we are playing against that now.
Okay. I've heard of a few other platforms that do something similar to what you guys do. What makes Cloud Token different than everyone else who has a token and is trying to do something similar? Why are they running to Cloud Token?
Okay, number one is this, right? First, we generate wealth, then we actually let you spend your wealth through a system whereby we enable, we try to incorporate things like, for example, enabling a credit card or debit card system whereby you can spend anywhere in the world. We're trying to become a global, how to say, something like MasterCard, right? But using our own infrastructure and network. We are actively working with other partners like PundiX to enable Cloud Token to be used through all PundiX merchants. And we are actually working with the backend, like for Expedia, whereby you are able to book hotels, plane tickets, and all of this through our app itself, through the CTO tokens. So we are also working with merchants that is doing things like hire purchases for cars and other stuffs. But the cool thing here is, okay, we are going in a fashion whereby it's something like a group buy system, whereby we can actually negotiate and make it cost less for you to actually buy and get all of these things.
All right, great. That's definitely, I think, it's very, very important. So I have a couple more questions. I think it's very important. Number one is, how does the cloud token actually increase in value? I mean, I think people want to know, how does it increase?
Well, that's very well documented in the business proposal. You can actually read about it. But long story short, the way it goes is this. From the daily earnings, we will actually maybe in 24 hours or 48 hours, depending on the market, and it will be actually deposited into what we call a reserve wallet. This reserve wallet will be matched against the total circulation of CTO, and that's how the price is generated.
Okay. Somebody also wants to know, explain the USDT. Let's see what the questions they have. I'm trying to read it off. Hey, Sean, CN, ask that question for me.
So the question was, please explain the coins USDT and USDT ERC20. I answered that in there, so if you want to answer that yourself.
Okay.
Ronald,
Yeah. So actually, USDT is you have three types of USDTs. The first one that we have actually implemented was using the Omni layer, which is based on Bitcoin, whereby when you're trying to send USDT Bitcoins. The second one was the ERC20 type, which means that if you want to send or use USDT, you have to have Ethereum for gas. The third type is using USDT Tron, which you need Tron to actually send. So that's the only difference.
All right. So also, in order to join Cloud Token, from what I'm hearing, there is no minimum to actual join Cloud Token. You definitely must have at least $500 in order to profit off your team. Is that correct?
The affiliate program is actually controlled or handled by another team. My team only handles the tech. But yes, what happens is this, right? There is a minimum to actually get a this community payout and group payout, and that is about 500, if I'm not mistaken.
What I heard, am I correct?
yeah, 500 USD.
Yeah. But you can actually start with 100 as well, or 50, or no, sorry, you can't do that with USDT. USDT is about 200, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Who is do you guys have current legal counsel that will help with compliance, help with any people out there saying or doing things they shouldn't be doing or saying about the company, and which makes you guys vulnerable to feds or things like that? Do you have anybody that's controlling that for compliance and making sure that everything is put out properly so that they don't bring any harm or danger to the company just by people being out there being cowboys saying any and everything?
Hey, Rodney, this is a very, very good question. All right, so basically we started about 3 months ago, and we exploded in such a fashion that we could not comprehend. This was supposed to be a beta project that is only limited to China. But during March, April, it grew so fast that we hit 48 countries, which we did not even expect. And our Australian entity wasn't even set up yet. And now our person in charge, David, is actually in Australia, Melbourne now, working out with one of the top legal teams in Australia to get everything nailed down. That should be by hopefully the mid of next month. Plus, we will have a compliance officer in our team in KL to actually help us fix up all the media and all the guidelines For example, the usage of the logos, what you can say and what you can't say, and all this will be actually in the website very, very soon. And this is headed off by Matt.
At the current moment, and thinking, by the way, Ronald, I really appreciate you giving us your time and answering these questions. So please just keep me from being a bit abrupt and quick with questions, because I know your time is very, very valuable. I want to ask, when will you guys have an event where a lot of us could come out there and actually see what's going on, meet some of the executives, see a little bit behind the scenes, if you wanted to show that, so that a lot of other individuals can be more comfortable with actually joining and putting their funds into this. The reason why I say that is because I'm sure right now, and I'm speaking not only for myself, but a large variety of individuals who are on this Zoom right now. We've been in other companies before, trust me, and they told us all kind of great things to our face, but behind closed doors, it was totally something different. And definitely you don't want to keep going through that over and over and over again, because it can get quite tiring. And we don't want this to grow really, really huge to thousands of millions of people, and they say, you know, when it comes January, you got to close down for some reason. So we definitely want to be able to come out, meet, greet, see, show us, make us more comfortable. Not that you have to do that, but it would be great if you did. So when do you think that time is possible?
Okay, first, we had a big event in Bangkok, I think on May 12th or something like that, right? And the next one would be the KL office launch, which is supposed to be in about 10 weeks' time. So during then, we are just trying to plan for a 10,000 people event at one of Malaysia's biggest event hall to meet and greet. Plus, higher level members like C3s and C4s are able to actually visit our experience center, whereby you can see the trading room for Jarvis, the NOC, the media people, the engineers, the experience center, whereby you can use your CTOs to interact with various set of devices like the smart features that we have, plan the UniX POS machines, and so on and so forth. There are a lot of meeting rooms whereby training rooms will be conducting twice weekly, if I'm not mistaken, on blockchain courses, whereby it's free for leaders to join in to learn more about blockchain, not really about cloud token, but on the blockchain or trading for that matter. There are a lot of courses coming up, and all these things will be done at our Malaysian headquarters.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. So two things based upon that right there. Number one, I'll definitely understand you allowing your leaders to come in and check that out. But will you be making videos? Or for right now, from what I'm understanding, most of the leaders are doing live presentations, and most people are not able to do live presentations. So when will you have a Pied Piper presentation that everyone can watch and see duplicatable throughout, the whole industry of cloud token, so that one message can be sent to everyone instead of it being diluted?
We are working on that as well through our media team, which we are building. As I said, Rodney, we grew too fast, too quickly, and we didn't have time to actually react to it. What we expected, actually in our schedule, before June, we will have less than about 50,000 members, but we actually grew to like 260 last week. So we are really overwhelmed, and really we didn't expect all of this. We are now trying to push forward our plans that is actually only started in October. We're pushing it forward Okay, so we were scrambling to get our people in to handle all of these things as well. The media team itself, we have actually working with two of Asia's top KOL teams and media teams to give us a one voice and one face kind of coherent message that we can actually distribute to public.
Another question just came through. When people are putting their funds into Jarvis, aren't you pooling, P-O-O-L-I-N-G, pooling all the funds?
Yeah, that's the only way you can do it. We have actually tried. We have actually tried with the VIP packages, whereby the leaders which have about 30,000 USDT, but they aren't actually getting much profit from there. So when the AUM is low, it's very difficult to make money. So that's why we actually pull all of this together to get that that return.
So you said, the next event that you guys are going to be putting on is going to be in Malaysia, and it will be about 10 weeks from now. Is that what I heard? Am I correct, or did I misunderstand that?
10 weeks, the office will be ready, and hopefully by then the event will be announced. Where it's going to be, when it's going to be, and how much it's going to cost, and stuff like that.
Is David Michael Dobson the owner of Cloud Token?
For Australia entity, yes.
For Australia. And so where is the servers of Cloud Token held at? I mean, where is the actual, so the offices of Cloud Token, are they in Bangkok? Are they in Australia? Where does Cloud Token
we have about 5-6 offices now. 4 of them are in China, different provinces. So we have a headquarters in Guangzhou. We had a headquarters in Hangzhou, and we have in Wuhan as well, and also in Changsha. Then we have one in KL, Kuala Lumpur, which is I will be actively handling. Of course, the entity in Australia is only because we are trying to apply for the MLM licenses and also for the asset management license which I've got, and also to get compliant over there. So that is the how it's going to work. Okay. So David has been a good friend of ours throughout many years, and I think you are able to search him through Google as well for his background. Very capable guy, and a lot of history, especially with gaming. He did the first real economy game, Planet Arcadia. If you guys heard of it, was the most successful real cash economy games around, even before World of Warcraft. So lots of experience handling this type of systems. And my team itself handles the background architecture and things like that. The servers are in Amazon, but only for the login servers. For the nodes, it's all on the public chain throughout across the world. For the routers, we use Cloudflare. So 168 of them throughout the whole entire Cloudflare's entire network. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess you can probably read the chat. And one person in the chat says, if you guys are pooling, P-O-O-L-I-N-G, the funds, and they said that is illegal in the United States. I myself am not an attorney. I am not a lawyer. I don't claim to be a lawyer, so I don't know all the laws. So that's the reason why I ask. So I don't know if it's illegal or not, but one person just mentioned in the chat that if you're pooling funds inside of with all the members, then that's illegal in the U.S. I don't know if that's true or not, or what that is. So I'm sure that you know more than I would about that part. So could you, if you can expound on the pooling part, if it's legal or illegal or maybe you do it differently than what they mentioned? Maybe you can shed some light on that.
Well, we are a asset investment management company, so that is how and what we are actually doing. The legality of it, I'm leaving out to the legal advisors to let us know. As I said, I'm not the lawyer or anything, so we will try to follow their compliance once I get all those. And yeah.
Okay, I can definitely understand that. I'm not an attorney either,
Yeah.
but the question was out there, so I asked. So what is new? What is coming up new for Cloud Token? What is some of the events? What are some of the actual more bigger movements to Cloud Token in the near future? Do you know any of those?
Yeah, first thing, there will be a quota system set for Jarvis. So anyone that comes in can actually join Jarvis now. Second thing is there are more projects coming out. We are going to launch a lot more services that is evolving around group management and community management, so that leaders can actually communicate with the whole entire sponsee group and things like that. So we're trying to focus on that particular portion of it. First, to let the members communicate among themselves. All right. And the second one is actually to expand on more profit generation projects. Okay. Jarvis itself is getting crowded, and as we all know, there's only so much you can make when your AUM is big. So a lot other projects will tell you that, oh, give me more money, give me more money. But the problem with that is the market size itself is very small. You can't make a lot of money when you already control like 50% of the exchange. You'll be betting against yourself. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to maintain the profit so that we can actually sustain the project.
So the sustainability of Cloud Token, you see going how far into the future? Estimate.
Okay. Now we're not planning too far ahead. We're planning about up to every time when it's actually getting a bit stagnant. Okay. There's about 6 months to 8 months. We'll have a new project out.
Okay. And when you do these new projects or these moves, are you customer service wise? Are they letting the actual field know what's going on in the background, the changes, what they're doing new, what's going on with the arbitrage in the back office? Are these things that you'll let the field know what's going on so nobody is surprised in the near future?
Yeah, whatever is running will still continue to run. It's just that we're not going to take in more investment for that particular project. Okay. Yes, of course there will be more advertisements or introduction on the new projects.
Okay. So somebody else asked, why is Cloud Token legal in China? I don't know if that's a question you can answer or not, because like I said, we're both not attorneys, but you may have been asked that question before. So the question is, why Cloud Token is legal in China? I don't know if it is or not, but is it?
The thing is, we are not an ICO, so you can't buy tokens, and ICO or buying tokens is illegal in China. So we are not doing any of those.
Okay, all right, got you. All right. Another question here. It says, in respect to profits, in order history section, is the amount actual profit per trade or something else? I'll say it again.
Yeah. No, it's actually the entire AUM that what you are seeing. But some of the Jarvis bots are using only a subset of the AUMs. We have a huge AUM base, but some of these Jarvises or the what you call the instances, they only hold certain subset of the values. Some are trading like a million or two. Some are trading like with 20 mil. Some are trading like with higher, depending on what the room tells them. And each of these Jarvis instances will have a performance to hit. A quota to hit. And if they hit the quota, and then this, whatever the earning is, either 0.3 or 0.7, will be then released into a reserve fund, where then you will see the price, the token, either goes up or goes down, depending on how much people withdraw from the project.
Okay. Again, Ronald, I don't know if you can see the actual chat. There's another question that came up. And again, I know you're not an attorney, neither am I, but it says, he said, I guess he's already in Cloud Token. I'm not in it currently. It says, are we currently legal in the U.S.? This guy wants to know that.
Well, simple answer is this. If you are not sure, just wait. Just wait until we have announcement. But it'll be some time. So if you want to join, it's entirely up to you.
Okay, gotcha. Believe me, I'm just reading off the question. That's all.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as well.
Right. What does it say? What is the average profit per day in U.S. dollars? That's what someone asked.
It varies. It's about 0.3 to 0.7 on normal days. On good days, it can be up to 13 plus, 15, 17. Our highest record was about 18 mil a day as well.
Okay. A lot of these questions I'm asking, some of them are off the top of my head. Some of them are from the chat. Some of them are from emails that were actually sent in to me when people heard I was doing a Q&A with you today. Is there a updated Q&A or frequently asked questions section on Cloud Token? I've never been to the website, so I don't know. So that's why I'm asking. Maybe you already have it there, and I just don't, I should have went to the site first. But for the sake of everybody watching, is there an FAQ that goes over a lot of this detailed stuff that you're mentioning to me that otherwise no one would have ever seen or heard if you didn't, voice it?
Actually, we don't, but we are trying to get it up.
Okay. Somebody says, does this company have much debt?
That we're new.
Okay. Well, I guess most companies do have debt. Most, not all. Ronald, why don't you do this? Whatever I have not asked, is there something that you can say that make us feel more comfortable, that make us feel like that everything is going to be okay? We know you don't have a crystal ball in your hand, but from based upon because you're there with the team and company, what can you say right now to everyone listening about Cloud Token being a great decision?
We try to be as grounded as possible. We try to be as transparent as possible. We don't have answers to every question. We are willing to listen. We are a small team. We act fast. So we are trying to go on this journey with all of you guys. So if you like what we're doing, join us and go on this amazing journey.
Thank you very much. Someone just asked this question while you were answering my question. What happens if a member, I don't know if you answered because you're on the tech side, but what happens if a member loses?
So if you lost your mnemonic phase, it's okay. If you actually did your Google 2FA, the next update itself will let you retrieve your mnemonic phase through your 2FA.
Okay. I know you have to go. It's almost an hour now, but then let me ask this
question. I have another meeting at about 10:30, so I have to leave about now.
Okay. Last question then. Will the company be producing short video clips instructing people how to start, how to deposit, how to activate, how to read the earnings and their team volumes. I guess you want to learn how to build a team. So you need these videos and these clips ASAP.
What we're trying to, yeah, we have all the basic ones, and we're trying to get it up to speed with the number of languages that we need to do. Of course, through the help of the leaders from the community, we are going to have a lot more of these videos coming up. For the affiliates, how to build a team and things like that, I believe that every leader will have their own strategy. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build a function whereby leaders are able to communicate down through their whole entire team, like a Piper thing, as you say, to let them know or to reach out to them through either video or text or recorded video. Yeah.
Ronald, I want to thank you for this last hour that you were able to take out of your time and come by and answer my questions and some of the questions of the people out here in the internet world. We're going to be doing probably another part 2 of this another time when you have more answers or we have more questions. But for right now, thank you very much. I'm very, very elated to have spoken to you. Someone so high up in the company. I think we're going to have a part 2 of this actual Zoom where I think CN is going to give a presentation. I've never seen a cloud token presentation ever. This will be my first time, so I'm going to sit all the way through it. And then also those who have not or don't know what cloud token is, we also be able to sit through it. And again, Ronald, thank you very much. Sal, thank you for getting Ronald on here and answering my boring questions. Hope I did a good job with throwing good questions out there.
All right, thanks, guys. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, Sal, so I think you're going to introduce CN to do a presentation.